What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Happy to have you back. um I apologize for whatever noise that you might be hearing in the background because, well, not having a studio space is a very real thing. And so you have to just record in any place you can, and this is the only place in the school that has tables that I can set stuff up. And so here we are, right beside the main road. So you'll be hearing a lot of motorcycles, cars, but bear with me because today's video is going to be a really cool one if you haven't read the title. But before we dive into that, today is Sunday, October 25th, and tomorrow I start a new school year, a new medical school year. I'm gonna be starting 5th year, so I'm pretty excited for that. And man, if you think about it, in the next 2 years, if everything goes according to plan, I will be graduating. I'll be graduating med school and becoming an actual doctor now. Sorry. And so with that in mind, I started to realize that I have to start buckling down. I have to start buckling down, you know. The state exams are almost here, and so I decided I needed to prepare for that. And one of the ways that I've thought of preparing for that is actually going through my hard drives and like just checking all of the files that I collected over the years, you know, in pre-med, first year, second year, third year, and so on. And I thought I share with you guys what you learn in each year, because that was something that I didn't have. That was knowledge I didn't have access to back when I started, and it kind of, you know, it's useful information to know, especially if you want to kind of prepare yourself for what's to come. That's definitely something that is important. And so in today's video, I'm gonna be sharing with you guys everything that you're gonna learn in each of those years. And so yeah, before I start, I would appreciate if you hit that subscribe button. You know, according to YouTube, 70-something% of you are not subscribed that watch this channel. And so if you guys could subscribe, that'll be really nice. Let's go. Let's hit that 100. Let's hit that 1,000 subscriber mark. It would really mean a lot. And so yeah. And also another thing, everything that I say to you today is based on my experience. You know, I started medicine. I started a medical career back in 2015. And so some of the things might change, either in their order of, you know, course order, or maybe they added an entire subject additional, but 99% of what I say is gonna be fairly accurate, and it'll give you an idea of what's to come. So let's get started then. I have my notes here, so if I glance down, that means I'm looking at my notes. Yeah, so don't mind me if I look down. Alright, so let's begin then. Well, when you first get accepted into Cuba, choose a scholarship program, and you reach ELAM, which is the Escuela Latinoamericana de Medicina, you're gonna start with a year of Premed, right? And every year is divided into 2 semesters, right? For me, well, when I was there was only one, you know, one style, one timeline, which it started August, September, right? The first semester started August, September to like January, and then the second semester started February to July, right? So those were the 2 semesters that always happen. But just recently, there is now a January semester, which starts January, I think, goes straight through the year until December. Not too clear on whether you have summer or not, or it's just a reduced summer. But that was the next semester style. But I don't know nothing of that, so everything is gonna be from August to January and February to July, right? Okay. With that out of the way. So, in Premed, which I did in 2015 to 2016, I did Spanish for my first 6 months. So, the first semester I did just Spanish. And in the second semester, I did Advanced Premed, which is basically you do Spanish, but you also do other subjects like like biology, chemistry, physics, math, health geography, and a subject called aprender, right? So it's basically translated as to learn to learn. And so in that subject, they taught you, how to plan your time, personality types, so you can know how you function, and like different study methods and how to plan your time. It was interesting, to say the least. So you have aprender, you have health geography, you have human biology, you have chemistry, physics, math, Spanish, and intro to medical history, which basically talks about medicine of past times. And so you do 6 months. Of preparatory Spanish, which is the most basic Spanish you can possibly imagine. So like grammar, reading, writing, conversational Spanish. And the next 6 months, you basically go to the advanced. So you'll be learning more advanced Spanish, which is less about understanding and conversation, more, you could say, theoretical. And you actually, before you even start any of this, you can actually take a proficiency test. And if you pass this test, you can basically skip preparatory Spanish and jump straight into advanced pre-med. And so if you were to take this test and you were to pass, while people will be doing preparatory Spanish in the first semester, you will be doing advanced pre-med, and thus you would have an extra 6 months free, right? But with the new introduction of this January to December type of schedule, you could technically now not wait 6 months, right, until the next August, where you can actually start automatically in January your advanced pre-med. Your first year. And so that's an option for you if you want to do that. Moving on, let's move on to first year, which I did in 2016 to 2017. And in the first semester, I did molecular biology, cells and tissues, Medicina General Integral, which is like family medicine, and it focuses on the Cuban system, the patient-doctor relationship, prevention, and stuff like that. You'll do ontogenia, which is basically the study of the development of the fetus, from gametogenesis to placenta formation. The next thing you'll learn is the osteomyoarticular system, which is the bones, muscles, and joints. You'll be learning the skeletal system, bones, joints, muscles, head and neck, basically all of that. Another thing you'll learn in the first semester is Society and Medicine 1, where you learn about Egypt, the Mediterranean, shamanism, medieval Asia, Europe, and the Middle Ages. So medicine in those days. And lastly, you'll be doing something we call here curso propio, which is, if you translate, it's like its own course. And so we did RCPC, that's Spanish, basically CPR. So you learn CPR. In the second semester of your first year, you'll be learning biostatistics, informatics, which is like computers, metabolism and nutrition, the nervous system, endocrine and reproductive system, promoción de salud, which is promotion, which teaches you preventative measures, society and medicine 2, whereas in the first semester you learn about the olden world, which is like Egypt and whatever. In second semester you learn about the modern world. And then you end off your second semester with a curso propio of Medicina Natural y Tradicional, or traditional and natural medicine. You know, acupuncture points, plants, all that. Moving on to second year, which I did in 2017-2018. In the first semester, you kick things off with CRDR, which is cardio, respiratory, digestive, and renal systems. Next, you'll do Sistema Immune, Sangre y Sistema Immune, which is blood and the immune system. You learn about all of those immune factors. Next, we have Metodología de la Investigación, which is investigative methods. You do Promoción de Salud again, and you end off with a curso propio called Salud y Determinantes Sociales. Right? In your second semester, you will learn Anatomía Patológica, Genetics, Introduction a la Clínica, right? Clinical introduction, so they'll teach you, clinical stuff, physical exam, different maneuvers to test different things. It's pretty interesting. Community medicine, you learn microbiology and parasitology, and psychology, and you'll end off your second semester with a curso propio on nutrition. Alright, so let's move on so that this video isn't too long. In third year, which I did in 2018 to 2019, you'll be doing your first semester subjects like propedeutica, which is like basically teaches you about the different systems. Basically more practical and clinical, because in this subject you'll be rotating a lot through the different wards in the hospital. Oh, I forgot to mention that you do Premed first year and second year in ELAM, and then after that, when you're supposed to be promoted to third year, you get transferred out, right, to any other province, which could be in the same Havana if you're lucky, but for the most part you will be shipped out to any other one, Pinar, Santiago, any other province. And so you'll do your third year in another province. So let's continue now. So first semester again, third year, propedeutica, you do general pharmacology, which deals more with the fundamentals of pharmacology, like the different theories and things about cost and effectiveness, but not actual drugs. You then learn imagenología, which is like imaging, a lot of x-rays and stuff, how to read them. You'll learn laboratoria clínica, which basically teaches you about lab, like the different lab tests, the right values that you're supposed to get for different complementary tests. We then have English, which is like medical English, but it sometimes you still have to do it even if you speak English or come from an English country. And so I'm not gonna talk about that. I could talk about why I don't like us doing English for a whole day. So let's move on. You have psychology again, and then you have electives, which we get to choose from a whole bunch of lists. And so I did pharmacoepidemiologia, medicina de desastre we all have to do, and we did something called trabajo comunitaria. And then in the second semester was the fun one. We did basically 2 subjects only. We did internal medicine and pharmacology, like all the drugs to treat all kinds of things, hypertension, heart failure, everything. So that was pretty cool. And we also did a curso propio on cancer. And now we're moving on to 4th year, which is what I just finished this year, from 2019 to 2020. It basically consists of three big subjects: pediatrics, gynecology, and surgery. Right? There's also English, of course. And so pediatrics is the longest one, which lasts like about 16 weeks, I think. And then gynae and general surgery, they last like 8 weeks each. And so, of course, it's split into 2 semesters. So you can start your first semester with pediatrics and English, and in second semester, gynecology, surgery, and English. But it can also flip. So you can have gynae first semester and then ped second semester. Yeah. And now, since I'm starting 5th year, and I know nothing about that, nor 6th year, I did an extra work for you, and I asked around, and so I can kind of speak on it. So don't judge me if I got it wrong. But yeah, 5th year, which I'm going to start, is separated into long rotations and short rotations, which span across, first semester, second semester again. In the long rotations, we have psych, public health, medicina legal, and MGI again, which I tell you is like family medicine. So all that happens in the first semester. And then you have short rotations, which deals with subjects like orthopedics, dermatology, ophthalmology, with the eyes, otorhinolaryngologia, which is translated in English as ear, nose, and throat. So all those disorders that affect those things. And lastly, we have urologia, which deals with the kidneys. And each of those short rotations last like 3 weeks, with orthopedics being, I think, 5 weeks. So that's what I'm going to be doing this year. And in 6th year, you basically have 5 rotations, which is, peds, internal medicine, gynae, surgery, and MGI. Sorry about the noise. And you basically do, for example, in the first semester, you can do gynae, surgery, and MGI, which is 7 weeks each, I've been told. And in the second semester, you'll be doing like peds and internal medicine. You'll be rotating in those wards for 10 weeks each. And what I've been told is you would basically live in the hospital at that point. You do guardias from 8 a.m. to another 8 a.m. You know, sometimes 24 hours, sometimes just 12 hours. Like if I've been told that if there's not enough interns, then they might demand more hours from you. And so like whenever you have free time, you should really take advantage of that. You know, of go party, go, you know, sleep. And you have electives, of course, as well, and you have interdispersed between your wards and your guardias, which are like shifts. Yes, there will be conferences where they probably teach you something, or you learn some skills, and there'll always also be seminars which are most likely evaluated on stuff. And you might be asking, when do you eat or bathe? I've been told to just go whenever it's time. So if lunchtime starts or hits, you just go. And bathing, you can bathe in the school. You could, if you live off, you could bathe there, or you can even bathe in the hospital, which I've been told is not a good experience, and I know why. And so yes, so that's pretty much basically a quick rundown. I'm already at 21 minutes. Not sure if I'm gonna edit this, but yeah, that's everything that you basically learn throughout your 6 years of medicine studying in Cuba. I know I've only been talking about my experience, but I'm pretty sure most of the medical schools follow the same course outline. And of course there might be changes, but for just this video and you watching it, it's a really good starter. So hopefully I was clear enough. Hopefully I wasn't too fast, and I mean, thanks for watching. Sorry if the noise was really weird. I'm gonna try to noise reduce it. And so yeah, so I guess that's it. Thank you for watching. You know, like it if you like it, subscribe, and share it with those who you think are coming to Cuba. So I'll catch you later then. Catch you in the next one.